That's
Okay.
what they want.
I don't know. I don't know if they want to hear.
What's like scaring you about something like this? I could hear it in your voice.
Can you? I don't know.
A
It's
little
just
bit.
weird. First of all, I have the camera right like shining at my face, which I don't do webinars or podcasts or anything where I'm on camera. Whenever I join a webinar, I'm hidden, but that's okay.
Well, it's a new experience.
My hair's
Maybe you'll like it.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know.
You might. After you do a couple, you're gonna be like, I don't give a shit. Like it's just second nature. It's gonna be a great thing when that happens too, because you're now gonna have a new tool in your arsenal, like for marketing and for branding. Really easy one. I'm telling you, man, like if you just the basics will carry you a long way. All you got to do is point your phone at yourself like you're doing now and just talk for a couple minutes. Do that once a day on Facebook. If you do nothing else, that'll take you a long way, I think. But that's actually one of the reasons I wanted to do this with you, is because it's going to kind of break you in a little bit and show you it's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
Like, get your feet wet a little bit. Plus, like, you're probably going to say some valuable stuff that you can share with your group.
I'm not really sure.
You will. Trust me. It's this beautiful thing that always happens. People are like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. What are we going to talk about? And then when you just literally talk, things come out. And you don't even realize it, but little valuable things just pop out all over the place. And just, it's over your head, but they do come out. You just got to be able to recognize them.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I'll trust you. If I say some stupid stuff, just edit that part out.
You'll get more real estate leads saying dumb shit than you will trying to sound like, you know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Look, if somebody interviews 20 different real estate agents, they expect that you know the basics about real estate. They expect that you're going to be able to put together a price analysis. They expect you're going to understand the market. They expect you're going to know how to do an open house. They expect you're going to know, all the things you tell them you're going to do for their house. They expect that everyone's going to do that. So the only way for you to be different and make them like you and build more rapport is to be yourself, be a human being.
Yeah. I mean, I get that. I agree with that. I think it's just easier to do in person than on a video.
Look, if you can't do this, how the hell are you going to sit down in front of like a couple of sellers and convince them that you're like confident enough to do the job and you're going to do it at a high level? Come on.
I think it's just more personal in person. I don't know. What else? I'll be fine.
You don't have the option to sit down in front of people right now anyway.
I know.
Even if you wanted to. So you're going to have to probably do it this way.
Yeah.
So there you go. Another advantage. Hold on.
I suppose.
Okay. All right.
You good? Do you want me to move my camera at all?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
What do you call that detail on that back wall?
This lovely thing. I actually did this while in quarantine. It is a chevron pattern. Yeah.
But like, what's the name for that like type of trim work? Is there a name?
Some people just call it like molding. Some people call it, I think, board and batting. I'm not really sure. I just like it. Yeah. I don't know. I can look it up, but
dude, see, like, there you go. There's the first thing you said that's valuable. Like, you literally made this beautiful feature in your home.
Yeah.
That you could be like, hello, people I know. Look what I did to my house. This is what it is. This is what it's called. This is where I got the supplies. This is why I painted it this color. This can help you add some more value to your home. Buyers would really like this.
Yeah.
You know where I'm going with it?
Yeah, I mean, I get that.
You're literally pumping out value.
Good in person better.
I mean,
I do sales for a living, so sales in person is just more natural. So like,
I get that, but this is like,
I know
this is what we have to deal with right now.
I know. I know.
Even if you wanted to be in front of someone, you can't.
I know.
So I guess part of the job is you got to be able to adjust on the fly.
Yeah.
I think that's a
Agreed.
valuable skill. So
I like your
you won't
Buzz
be,
Light. Is that Buzz Lightyear Kleenex?
yeah, you like that?
I like it.
It was my pop of color in the room.
There you go.
I don't think that's going to add much value though in people's
It
homes.
works.
Maybe.
It works.
What about my guy up here?
I just see the 23, so obviously I know who it is, but I like it.
Yeah.
That'll happen for sure.
My place kind of looks like a hospital. It's very just bland and sterile.
Oh, it's got some
That's
color.
the only artwork.
You got Michael Jordan. You got Buzz
Yeah.
Lightyear. What more do you need?
Those are the only two pieces of color or art in the room.
There you go.
But
I'm in my dining room, so all the way around is white walls, and then I have the navy blue wall behind me. So, you know,
people love that. They love that, like, what was I gonna say? Like in a dining room, they love to have like that feature wall.
Well, yeah.
I don't know why in the dining room, but I don't know. Whatever.
I don't know. It just looks classy. Because you expect it in like a living room or somewhere else, so you switch it up and do it in a dining room.
Yeah, everyone wants to be classy.
What's that?
Everyone wants to pretend they're classy.
Yeah.
Don't pretend.
Sure.
I'm not accusing you, but don't do it for the likes.
No.
People will know.
I like it.
Good.
Yeah.
So basically, I was just hoping to get your perspective a little bit today from being like brand new and green and just basically being a day one agent. Okay, like I think you're still even doing training, right?
Yeah, so I finished like the fast track training, but I'm still doing like the KV core training and stuff, but obviously plenty more I still need to learn, but yeah.
Oh yeah. So I think the most valuable thing about where you are right now that you could share with people is about your expectations, right? Because like you mentioned, you don't want to accidentally pretend like you're giving real estate information because you're brand new. You don't want to misrepresent yourself that way. But I still think you have a lot of valuable stuff that you could share with people. Like if you're talking to someone who who said they might be interested in getting started too, like what's some of the stuff you would tell them? Like what have you been through that you saw coming? What is stuff that like popped up that you didn't think would be there? Or, like what's your experience been like so far?
Okay.
Like I said, basically it's all about expectations at this point for you.
Yeah.
Right? You probably thought it would be something, and so far it might be, it might not. And then like what's your plan moving forward?
That's a great question.
Nobody knows. That's one of the beauties of it.
That is a great question. Yeah.
There's so many things you could do, so many ways to go, so many things to concentrate on. Like, what do you do? This is important for people who are brand new. And I think it's one of the main factors why people fail quickly.
Yeah.
They have the wrong expectations, number one, and then they don't know what to do. So they get, analysis paralysis, or, they just don't do anything for whatever reason, and then they quit.
Yeah.
Because it's not easy. It's not easy. And a lot of people that I've talked to in the past, they almost exclusively have wrong expectations. They were misinformed for some reason before they actually get licensed and start operating. So I always find that to be like one of the fascinating things. Like, how does that happen?
Misinformed? Like they just expect that people are going to start knocking on their door wanting sales, or like
one thing. They think more or less it's going to be easier than it really is, and they think it's going to just provide them with a different type of lifestyle, because that's what they're sold. That's all the marketing is, to get you to sign up. It's like, it's always an agent in their crispy suit and sitting on the hood of their Lambo and like, you know what I mean, shit like that. So like it's all in the marketing, I know, and it's very unrealistic. It's not impossible. Like you have unlimited earnings potential. It's all up to how hard you want to work, no doubt. But
Yeah.
most people don't have that in them. But they sign up and they think like it's going to be easier than it really is. So,
Yeah.
first question.
Mm-hmm.
What was the very first thing that like what was like the tripwire for you? When you it first clicked and you're like, okay, maybe I want to do real estate. Was it something you saw? Was it an ad? Like what was it? Did someone tell you about it?
So I actually took the class with one of my coworkers. And she and I are both really into like home design and flipping houses and stuff. So we just initially were very naive about it. And we're like, hey, let's just get our license so we can flip houses for a living. And we'll, buy a house, we can flip it. We could be our own agents. And we thought it'd be super easy to do, but definitely was not the case.
By the way, I have to make sure everyone knows. I literally know nothing about you. I'm
Oh,
coming in with no information about you. Like
cool.
for all I know, you're a seasoned pro and you know everything about homes. You know what to do. I have no idea.
Okay.
So keep that in mind in case I say something that makes you roll your eyes, like I sound like an idiot. So
Okay.
okay.
Got
So
it.
you wanted to so what you thought your plan was going to be that maybe not so much build a sales career, but you wanted to maybe become an investor of
Yeah.
sorts.
Yeah. And we thought it would be easier. We thought that we just go quickly get our license and then all of a sudden we are agents and we can start buying properties, flipping them, and then selling them and doing all of that ourselves. And when we actually got into it, we learned it was much more complicated or a lot more detail that goes into it.
Mm-hmm. So are you still interested in building a sales career at this point?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I mean, now that I've actually gone through the class, I'm definitely more interested in doing the sales aspect and, not only the investment part, but also the realtor part. So that part is kind of the knowledge that I gained and where kind of my passion is currently. So
sweet.
yeah.
So how did you find the place that you were going to do your classes?
We really didn't do a ton of research. We literally just Googled and it was like, oh, this one works. So we wanted to do, because we were both working, obviously full-time other jobs. So we wanted to do something where we can do it online. So it was really great that I got to do it with a friend because she and I kind of taught each other more or less because we didn't really go into a class every week or every couple of weeks. It was literally, this is your homework, read the entire book. These are the tests you take. So it was good to do it with her because we bounced a lot of questions and ideas and things back and forth. But I'm not going to lie, we didn't do too much research before we just dove right in and started.
That's one of those things I was referring to earlier. Like, because I did the exact same thing. I didn't have a clue what I needed to do, what it was going to entail. I just Googled it. And the few links that I clicked, they all looked like they were the exact same thing. I couldn't.
Yeah.
Was I going to get a better education from one or the other? I mean, probably not. I mean,
Yeah.
Now I know. Now I know for sure. Definitely not. And then I just kind of clicked the first one, whichever one was cheapest.
Yeah. I think that's what we did. Sorry, one of our main things was obviously we wanted it to be online. Just because we didn't have the time at that time to sacrifice to go into to go into a classroom however many days a week it was. So that was kind of the key factor. And then obviously price. Building up your real estate business is very expensive, we've learned. So price was a significant factor as well. So
yeah. People don't understand when they start taking their classes. They obviously understand there's a fee for the classes, but they don't understand that there's fees in order to be able to legally operate as a realtor after you pass the class.
Yeah,
like it's not over at that point.
We had no idea, and I feel like in the class I didn't really fully explain it. And again, maybe it's because we were our own teachers essentially at the end of the day. But the book doesn't cover any of that. They don't tell you really that you have to join an association and that there's startup fees and your own marketing fees. So, I mean, that part would have been great to know kind of ahead of you know, before we dove in, but I don't regret it. I mean, I love it.
that might be the number one, like, I wouldn't say it's misrepresented, but it's like the first main way that expectations are set wrong, because when you take the real estate class, you don't learn anything about how to be a real estate agent.
Nope.
It's not meant to do that, but everyone thinks it is. You're going to take the class, you're going to know how to be a realtor, you're going to know how to get sales, blah, 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 blah. You're going to be trained. That's what everyone thinks. It's not the case. All it does is teach you about some of the laws and the morals and the ethics.
Yep.
And what they don't realize mostly is after you do that, now it's your job to go basically take your secondary education at whatever place you're going to work at. And that's where you do new training about how to actually be an agent, which is what I think kind of basically where you are now.
Yep.
So did you see that coming, or was it like, when did you realize like, oh shit, this, like, I got more to do. It's not going to be as easy as I thought.
Yeah. So we got the book and like all of the materials, and the first chapter I thought was really interesting. And then as soon as chapter 2 started, it was complete 180. It was a lot more law and ethics and stuff that you said. Just, I thought it was going to be like, this is what you do at an open house. This is what you do when you are trying to find buyers. This is how you market yourself. It was not at all like that. The math was extremely difficult. That one was really hard, but they, like, the book very, very briefly mentioned post licensing classes. It didn't really go into any detail on what you're going to learn in those post licensing classes. So I still don't fully know what to expect. Obviously, everything now that I'm learning is what I thought I was going to be learning in the initial class. So at least now I'm at the point that I am learning that. So it's super exciting now. Now I love the classes and stuff that I'm taking because it's much more, much easier to pick up, because the law stuff is really hard. I'm not going to lie.
Right. And yeah, it's complicated, and it's stuff that you hopefully and probably will never use.
Yeah.
Like, you'll never have to refer back to it, because it's mostly like stuff that you would need to know if you did something wrong or how to protect yourself or whatever. But if you're doing things, you know, normally with, I assume you have good, you know, high integrity. I assume like you're morally sound person. I don't know you, maybe not. I don't know, but I assume.
I am. I promise.
Okay, good. So
yeah,
I'm sure you're going to operate within the lines of the law, right? So probably and hopefully stuff you're never going to have to know.
For sure.
So after you got your license, or, well, yeah, I guess you passed the test and you got your license. How did you find the company that you work for now?
So after I passed the test, I definitely took some time. Even after I passed the test, I had no idea kind of the fees that were associated. And then I was going to be doing some traveling. I went to Europe and went to some other fun vacations. So I definitely took some time off after the test. And then my friend that I was taking the class with, she actually started doing a bunch of research and reaching out to different agencies. And then that is when we kind of got a little bit more in detail on what the next steps would be. So we kind of learned it as we were talking to these different companies. But I actually fell into this company. My boyfriend's friend, who is a managing broker, I guess they went to school together. And so it just worked out perfectly. My boyfriend's brother was in the middle of buying a house. And he wanted me to reach out to his realtor, and I did. And that's how I kind of found out about Weikert. And here I am.
Who's that, Mike?
Yeah. Yeah. So he was working with Eric, who's my boyfriend. He was working with his brother, Chris. And
this is a very important lesson that you're teaching yourself. You don't even realize it.
Why do you say that?
This is like one of maybe the most important thing you're ever gonna learn. So it's good you learned it today.
What did I just learn?
See what I'm
That,
saying? You're
that
just
it's all
spewing
referrals? I don't know.
nuggets of knowledge. Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
because what's going to be happening, probably already is you're going to be getting bombarded with companies calling you, wanting to sell you leads.
Oh yeah. Yep.
And you're going to be sold on how it's so easy, blah, blah, blah. And they're going to think, okay, I got to run ads online, and I got to collect leads that way, blah, 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 all that stuff. But in reality, even if you're the worst real estate agent in the history of mankind, you're still going to get the business from someone who referred you.
Yeah.
Or because you came as a referral from someone
Right.
that
It's all
person
the
knew,
people you know. Yep. I get that.
which is unfortunate because because most agents are not full-time agents, so their knowledge is limited.
Mm-hmm.
So if someone interviews that agent and they interview a career agent, who really knows their stuff, they're probably going to have a better experience with that experienced agent, but they're going to give the business to the inexperienced person, which may work out fine, but it's riskier. You know what I mean?
Right.
But the reality is you're still going to get the business through referral. Always. Even if you're the better agent. You know what I mean? So that's a very important thing to understand. So take my advice if you want on this. Don't even bother messing with those companies.
Okay.
Because take that money that you would have spent on those leads, take that time, invest it into getting those referrals. I think it's a much less friction. Much less friction. There's less friction on that path, and you're going to be more successful. It's going to be easier. Everybody wins.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you saw it play out right there. Like, there's so many companies you could have went to. You don't know if one's better than where you landed. Might be, might not be. But you came here because someone told you it was the place to be. Someone that you liked and respected told you, and then here you are.
Yeah, it worked out well. So I'm very happy with the decision.
Yeah, lucky for you, because you met me, and we're going to revolutionize your business.
Perfect. So excited.
This is step one. This is step one, day one, right here.
Oh, geez, here we go.
Hey, okay. I mean, I told you before, like, I'm going to tell you the truth at all turns, even if it hurts. And it's going to hurt. If you want to be a real estate agent, it's going to hurt, especially in the early days. Like, it's going to suck. It's going to take, like, there is a definite definable path, but it's going to suck. It's hard. So everything you thought you were getting into at the beginning,
nothing.
Throw that away. Throw it away. But it's possible. I mean, I guess you probably like being around the people, and you like doing the salesy stuff. You said that's your full-time gig anyway, so you're probably ahead of the curve. So good for you.
Thanks. I feel like that's the part that's natural. Like, it's just easier once I'm actually with the clients, and then you get to know them on a personal level, and you get to talk more than just houses. You actually get to kind of know who they are, know how, know their lives. And that's the part I'm more excited about, is opposed to all behind the scenes stuff, if that makes sense.
Man, we could not be more opposite. If it was up to me, I would never speak to another human being as long as I lived.
Okay.
But if I could figure it out, goddamn, you could figure it out probably a lot easier than me.
Yeah.
Because like the X's and O's stuff, that's easy. It's A plus B equals C, right? Like, it's 1 + 2 = 3 all the time. You do this, you get this. If this, then that. But the people part is what is always going to be different. Always. The deals are always going to be extremely unique, not because of what's happening with the sale of the house or like the legalities or the process. It's always going to be because of the people.
Yeah.
Always. Sometimes for better, usually for worse. But that's like, to me, that's the hardest part of it all. Is like, you're doing your job, but you also have to, what's the right word? I don't want to be offensive here, but you basically got to be like a glorified babysitter for people.
Yeah. I mean, so
It's
I
very
did,
emotional.
yeah. And in the past, I've done wedding planning. So I
Oh
worked with
God,
brides for maybe, 4 or 5 years
this is
straight.
nothing
So
then.
that exactly. So if I could
Jesus.
get along with all these different couples that I've worked with, I feel like helping somebody find a house is got to be much easier.
Oh Jesus Christ! Like you're gonna be a real player in the game. I think
Yeah, I
you've
hope
already
so.
been. That was your real training.
Yeah,
Doing
I mean
all that
that's
stuff.
a tough one, but I'm excited for what's ahead for sure.
So as you sit here now,
Mhm.
you are obviously able to go do deals, right? And you're working on that, I know.
Yep.
So what is your, as far as you see it, what is your first actionable step?
To market myself.
To
Um,
like to
what
like
do you think?
get your first appointment, which would be
Mhm.
like, even if it's like this, if it's a face-to-face appointment
Yep.
specifically to talk about real estate,
Okay.
like what is your goal, or what do you feel like you should be doing? What do you think you might need help with? Like how how do you go from where you are now to that first appointment? Which you might not know exactly because you're still doing training,
Yeah, I'm
in all
not
fairness. But
really. I mean, I'm not really sure yet at this point. I have an idea of kind of how I'm going to market myself and how I'm going to farm the areas that I'm choosing. But I'm hoping it'll just be a friend or a family member or somebody who's interested. So that way it's like a little bit more of a comfort zone. They already know who I am. I already know who they am. So hopefully they would trust me off the get go. And I'm just kind of excited to get started, but
well, that's
I don't
smart.
really know the full answer to that question, I guess.
No, it's the perfect answer, and it's the
Yeah.
realistic answer. You know, you gotta start with the people that you know, just like you said.
Yeah.
But how are you gonna get that first message out there? Are you gonna what do
Doing
you
these
think is
awesome
the best way?
podcasts with you.
What do you say?
I said by doing these awesome podcasts with you.
Dude, listen, let's say you take this video,
Mm-hmm.
you just share it on your Facebook page. I know you have a good Facebook page. I saw it.
Okay.
There's like 200 people or something following you. You just started. That's a great start. You post that, people are going to see it, right? You're going to know who saw it because it's going to show
Mm-hmm.
you the engagement.
Yep.
Now, maybe you send them a message or you give them a call. Like, hey, I saw that you saw my video. Just want to let you know I'm in real estate. If you need help, that's it.
Yep. True.
Like, you're going to have to learn to love playing in the dirt, I think. Like, doing like the stuff that's boring, or like, you know, making a bunch of calls every day, doing your texts, like being organized, you know, with your follow-up, stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's not going to be like, oh, you call someone, you're doing a deal, right? You gotta really learn to love like sending 100 messages a day, doing a bunch of calls, doing your content strategy. Like, it's a
Mm-hmm.
real business, right? Obviously, you know this stuff. um, and it's going to be harder at first, of course, because you don't have referrals coming in because you haven't built your client base yet,
Right.
which is expected. But you got to get to that first appointment, and your world's going to change. It's going to be like a snowball effect. Once you
I hope
realize it
so.
works,
I'm
once you
excited.
realize, yeah. So, what's stopping you from having that first appointment today?
I mean, there's nothing stopping me. I'm definitely eager for it. I just gotta find somebody to give me a chance.
So, what are you talking to me for? Why aren't you out there making calls?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know either. Um,
Much pressure. No, I mean, I'm definitely excited to get fully started and get that opportunity, but one foot in front of the other is kind of how I see it.
hmm,
Slow and steady wins the race.
hmm. I generally agree with that. I'm
But
like I'm like a grip it and rip it person. Like if I try to plan everything, I will surely fail.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's the right way, good or bad or whatever, but that's just how I roll. Like it just the more I plan, the more I script, the worse I do. It's just I just that's something that I've had to accept about myself, which is I think is another important lesson. Like there's endless possibilities of ways that you can make it happen. So, do you have like the guts to admit to yourself that one thing works for you, but one thing doesn't? You know what I mean? Even if someone's telling you that's what you should be doing. I don't know, but that's
Yeah.
my
No, and
opinion.
I get that. I mean, there's certain things that were suggested that I should do, and it's just not
By
who I
me, that you don't want to do. I know.
am. No, hey, I'm doing this. But like, other things that just are way out of my comfort zone that I wouldn't want if I was on the other side of this. So those kind of things I kind of put in perspective, and I know I don't want to
Can you give me
pursue
one
that role.
example?
Cold calling. It's
Mm.
not me.
Well, but I thought we established this already. You don't want to bother cold calling people.
No,
You're
that's
not.
what
If
I
you call someone you know, you're not
right.
cold calling them.
Uh,
That's not a cold call.
no, I'm saying like cold calling, like my neighbors, like people I know my neighbors, but you know what I mean? Like people you don't know, just getting
It's
their phone number and calling them.
it's uncomfortable a little bit, but just like this, you're gonna do it a few times and then you're not gonna care. It's gonna be second nature. You're not gonna have any of this apprehension you have right now. You're not gonna
Yeah.
have any of it. You're not gonna care. Believe you
Okay.
me. Dude, you said you do sales for a living. Who the hell
I
are you talking
know.
to? Like this should be like beyond you by now, don't you think?
Yeah. I mean, I don't do cold calling for sales.
But
I
you
do
don't know them,
people that
right?
no. It's not the fact of like not knowing them. It's more the fact that like
You think
I'm
you're
gonna call
bothering them.
somebody and they're not gonna have any desire to want to buy a house or sell their house.
Of course not. You call 100 people, 99 of them are gonna say no. But here's the thing that you learn. It
That
is
one
it's
person.
yes, there's that. You'll have some people that you actually get an appointment with, but the other part is, and it does happen from time to time, but almost nobody is gonna be mean to you or rude. No one's
Yeah.
gonna like hang up on you, yell at you. They're just gonna say, "I'm not interested." Bye. Big deal. Does that really
Yeah.
hurt your feelings? I don't know.
No.
Uh,
Not at all. It's
that's
just
the
the
dirt I was
referral
talking
have
about.
to get over it.
Yeah,
I
and that's the dirt I was talking about. Do you have the discipline to like call 100 people and then get rejected 99 times? It's not pleasant. It's not gonna like make
yeah.
or break your life, but it's not pleasant, I guess. But that's the dirt. It sucks.
Do you do
But
that?
yeah, hell yeah.
Do you? Cool.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Like it was a big deal for me at the beginning, truth be told.
Yeah.
Like, I just like, what do I say? Who do I call? It's uncomfortable. I feel like I'm bothering them. If I was getting the call, I would hate that.
For
Right?
sure.
I don't want to be spammed. That's what I would always say. But it works. Like
Yeah.
in that pool of 100 people, there's somebody who actually needs the help. You just have to weed through the people who don't. Unfortunately, it's just how it
Yeah.
is. But someone wants to hear from you. I don't know. My
Yeah.
opinion.
I mean, I
But
get
that's
it.
only one way.
What's that?
That's only one way.
Yeah.
Instead of doing that, you could do this every day to people who already know you and like you and who will watch it. You can get your real estate message
Yeah.
across to hundreds of people in an instant every
They're
day.
gonna get tired of seeing me.
No, 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 no. They won't. They will very quickly expect to see you every day.
Yeah.
And when they
No,
don't
I
see you, they're
get
going to be
that.
disappointed. They're going to
No,
be very disappointed if like they see you for 3 straight weeks and then they don't see you at the same time. What
yeah.
happened? Look, all you're doing is you're staying top of mind with people.
Mhm.
And there's just these new channels like social media that make it very easy to stay top of mind with lots of people at once.
Yeah. I get that. I
So
agree. I mean,
it's like this is complicated enough. There's enough you have to do and worry about at this stage. Why make it harder on yourself? Why make it more uncomfortable right now by doing cold calls when you could do stuff like this that I promise works just as well, probably better, because these
Yeah.
people already know you. 90% of the game is convincing that person to like you. They know you're competent. They know you know how to sell real estate, or they expect that you do. They don't care about that. They just want to like you. They want to
Yeah.
fall in love with you a little bit. So why not talk to people that you've already spent years like convincing that you're a good person and that they like you and all that stuff?
Yeah. And then I get that aspect of it. That's how it is with, the sales side with working with brides. You're not necessarily
Oh
only
God.
selling the space or the actual business side, but you're selling yourself. And that's a big deal.
I envy you for that. Like how someone could have the patience to deal with someone in that state of mind. Oh
Yeah.
my God. There's a lot I have to learn from you. Like
Okay.
Jesus
Well, you
Christ. I
can ask
can't
me
even
questions anytime.
I couldn't even imagine myself in that situation. Like it's like a new level of patience and understanding that I just don't have. Good for you.
Yeah. I mean,
Good
I'd
for you.
say you just kind of bounce. I don't know.
God,
You bounce your personality around based on the type of person that you're with and
I'm the
that
worst.
and
I'm the worst. You don't want to be around me. I'm the worst.
positive.
Naturally, I thought, why don't I get into sales? But here we are.
Yeah.
What else? What else you got? What's your Facebook page? Because everyone's going to see this. Thousands and thousands of people are going to see this, and they're going to go to your page.
Oh, great.
Tell them where to go.
My Facebook page is Amanda Hillock Real Estate.
Amanda Hillock Real Estate.
Super
At least your
original.
name's easy to spell.
Yeah. Amanda Hillock Real Estate. Very original, very unique,
Yeah, I mean, you nailed it. When they see it, they know what they're getting into.
It's
You're not
exactly what it
surprising
is. Exactly.
Yeah, it's smart. What else? What else you got? Where else can they find you?
Well, they can always give me a call or shoot me an email, or visit the company's page. I'm on there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm always available.
So, what if I told you this is being live streamed right now and everyone can see it?
I hope you're lying.
I don't know.
No, I think you're lying because that would be really awkward.
Why?
I don't know. I'm weird. I've never done this before. This is weird to me.
Yeah, but it wasn't so bad, was it?
Yeah, just uncomfortable.
That's good.
Yeah. I mean, I get the idea of it. I do. And I appreciate that you forced me to do it.
Let me tell you something. I don't mean to cut you off, but let me tell you something.
Okay.
By comparison, you think people like to listen to me talk? No. You're going to look like a superstar compared to me.
Oh, no, not at all.
Like, I've got an ugly voice. I got a face for radio. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm rude. You know what I mean? Like, people don't want to listen to me.
You have anything positive to say about yourself?
I mean, not really.
Oh, come on.
And there's a lot of positive stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
I guess I default to it's not for me to know what that is. It's for everyone else to know, make their own judgment.
I can respect that.
But if I can put this crap out, you can put this crap out. And by comparison, you're going to be on a whole new level.
Yeah.
You're nice and you're sweet and people want to listen to you and you're like, you're calm and understanding and all this crap. And I'm like more like blah, 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 blah. I'm always angry and blah, 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 and people listen to it. But so you're going to do a lot better than me. That's all I'm trying to say.
I mean, I appreciate the fact that you think that highly of me.
It's a quantity game, right? As long as you're just doing it, people are going to love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
Like the people who know you anyway, and there's probably plenty of them. So this is already live on your Facebook page anyway, so people have already seen it. But yeah, that's all I really got.
Cool.
I don't want to keep going in circles with you.
Okay.
But thank you for stepping out of your comfort zone a little bit,
Oh, you're
doing
welcome.
it. I'm going to bother you to do another one very soon.
I don't doubt that.
See, like you're already annoyed by me. That's what
No,
everyone
I
thinks.
never
That's
said
what
that. I never said that.
Mm-hmm.
You're pushing me out of my comfort zone. That's for sure.
I'm going to annoy the hell out of you. That's just the
Great.
truth.
Okay.
And
You
I
sure
bet
I'm
you,
excited?
I bet you're not going to be mean to me, no matter how hard I push you.
Well, I would
'Cause you're
never
a nice person.
do.
Right. So when you make those cold calls,
Oh
they're
gosh.
not going to be mean to you. See what I'm saying? I'm badgering you.
Yeah,
And
I
I'm
know.
like, and you're just being nice about it, being nice about it, being nice about it. Same thing. No one wants to be mean.
Yeah.
So another lesson you taught yourself. Okay. That's all I got. What else you got? Anything else?
Let's see. Cubs home opener is today.
Ooh,
That's
that's a good
exciting.
one.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm excited for that.
me too.
Go Cubs.
Go Cubs.
Good.
I think I got Cubs stuff around here somewhere.
Good. As long as you're not a White Sox fan.
No. I
Perfect.
got my World Series hat over there. Cool. Thanks for doing this.
Of course.
You have your first piece of marketing material you could send out.
Yep.
All good things.
Cool.
Bye.
Bye. Take care.